Happy Wednesday. I'm going to be reading part of the text Chocolate from Children, and then I'll be explaining some of the questions you'll be answering on Edsby afterwards. Today we're going to be focusing on a standard that you haven't seen in quite a while, so I'm going to be also talking about that a little bit to kind of refresh your memory. So our standard for the day is text structure. So we're going to be looking at chronological order, compare and contrast, cause and effect, and problem and solution. We'll be looking at how the author is organizing the overall structure of the text. Here is the anchor chart that we're going to be using. As you are answering the questions on Edsby, I recommend you go back through this video and pause it here at the anchor chart to use it as you're answering the questions. This is specifically finding text structure of a nonfiction text because that's the type of text we're focusing on this week. Again, text structure is how the author is organizing the information for the reader. So we have 5 different types. We have description, chronological order, compare and contrast, cause and effect, and problem and solution. Description is one that can be used very commonly with other text structures. So as you're looking for the text structure of the text the next couple of days, I want you to focus on the other 4 text structures mostly because almost all stories could be description. So I want you to focus on chronological order, which is when a text is written using a sequence of events or a list of steps. It's told in a specific order. Then there's compare and contrast, where the author's describing the similarities and differences between 2 or more things. There's cause and effect, when the text is explaining the causes and the effects of different events in a story. And then there's problem and solution. So the text is describing a problem and then how it is solved. If you look on the anchor chart, they give you some clue words and some visuals as well that you could use to help you when you're determining what the text structure of this specific text is. Okay, we're going to jump into the text. So our text for today, again, is called Chocolate from Children. It is a nonfiction text, so it's based off, it's a true story. Have you had some chocolate recently? Most Americans eat about 12 pounds of it each year, but many people don't know that children in West Africa pick most of the world's cocoa beans. Cocoa is the main ingredient in chocolate. People who buy chocolate are becoming more and more worried about child labor. Imagine this. 10-year-old Sameta lives in Cote d'Ivoire, a country in West Africa. She wakes up at 4 a.m., eats millet porridge, and then walks 2 miles to her family's cocoa bean field. For the next 12 hours, she picks cocoa pods and then breaks them open. She scoops out the 30 to 50 seeds or beans that are inside the pods. About 400 beans are needed to make 1 pound of chocolate. Sameta does not have time to go to school. Her family needs her to work in order for them to survive. Her health is also at risk. The cocoa pods are sprayed with poisonous pesticides. She also uses a knife with a long, sharp blade when she works. So as you're listening to me read it, and then as you continue to read it on your own in the next couple of slides, begin thinking about what text structure the author is using to organize this specific text. So you're going to go ahead and pause the video here, or you can download the text from our class page in the My Library section, but you're going to continue reading the rest of this story on your own. Again, you're going to continue reading this part on your own as well. Okay, so you're going to be answering 2 questions today on Edsby. The first question is asking you to identify the text structure of this story. So how is the overall story organized? If you forget the different types of text structure, you can go back into the video and re-listen to the anchor chart being explained, or you can just look at the anchor chart as a reference. But which of those 4, the last 4 text structures on that anchor chart, most describes how Chocolate from Children is organized? And then the second question is a multiple choice question, and it's asking you to identify the main idea of the text. So what is the central idea of the text? A, children work for cocoa farmers because they think it will be safe and fun. B, children are paid well for the dangerous work they do, picking cocoa beans for chocolate. C, children are forced to pick cocoa beans for chocolate because adults cannot do the work. Or D, children work in unsafe environments for little or no money to pick cocoa beans for chocolate. Okay, so of those 4 answer choices, which one overall tells you the main idea of the text, what the author is mostly trying to get you to understand from reading it? Okay, good luck.